Good morning. Now, why isn't the chat displaying is what I'm wondering. Hey, Lise. Hey, Ree. Good morning. I hope you two are doing well. Why is chat broken? Oh, no, there it is. Okay, now it's working. Okay. Yeah, you know. That's fine. Yeah, I think it was just asleep, which you know is fine. It's Thursday morning. Yes. Don't mind me forgetting what time, what day it is. All right, let's go. We're supposed to go up a mountain today, so let's do that. Oh, that is a tad bit loud. I do tend to forget that this game's battle music, for some reason, it's a bird. This game can be a bit loud, sadly, sometimes. Oh. Hey. More level ups. Let's go. Yeah, it's a mole. Not quite a bird. So, okay, now if these are birds. Yeah, DS 3D graphics aren't the most clear character models. Let's just put it that way. Which I guess comes down to them trying to go for like a more realistic art style with this game, which I don't necessarily think was a good idea. I think if they I think they should have gone for something more Dragon Quest kind of style. Hey, there it is. Because Dragon Quest is more styled, or has more of a distinct style to it, which just works in the way that it's more timeless. Like, it doesn't age, essentially, and that's always good. Too much emphasis on game looks good. Yeah, I don't really care too much about graphics either. Like, a good art style can make high graphics kind of obsolete, which is really cool. Let's just hit you with everything. I was thinking this reminds me of Dragon Quest a bit. It does a bit, but if you look at Dragon Quest 9, which is like the one 3D Dragon Quest on the DS, that game's graphics have aged a lot better, just because it's a lot more stylized. But yeah, I still don't mind how this game looks. Honestly, I think the only game where I'm really like, oh, this looks terrible is Bubsy 3D, and I'd personally say that's a fair assessment. Yeah. Also, from what I've read, the fact that a lot of gaming companies try to aim for more like realistic and more realistic and higher quality realistic textures is the reason why games get so massive in file size. And also makes them a lot more expensive to produce. So Yeah. Not necessarily the best business strat right there. That's blurry. There's no harsh line. Oh yeah, if they try to give it like motion blur without it needing to have motion blur, yeah, that's always a bit odd. Yeah. One of the few advantages on playing games on a Switch kind of exclusively is that graphical capabilities on the Switch don't matter really that much. Because the screen's so small. What I also don't really like is when games that have established themselves as working really well in pixel art style try to go for like a weird 3D model thing. Like, oh god, what's it called? The spiritual successor to Castlevania. Bloodstained. The game's fine, I like the game. But I really don't like the art style. Like Sonic, yeah. Though to be fair, bit of a hot take maybe, I do prefer 3D Sonic over 2D Sonic, gameplay-wise. Probably just because I grew up playing Adventure 2, so... Wanna get to the games. The classics. I think I tried playing Sonic 3 at some point a while back. And it did not end well. Maybe I'll give it another go at some point. Hey, leather boots. Cool. You know what, you can have it. Spin out something like the Chow Garden. Yeah, the good old Chow Garden. I think what I did most in Adventure 2... I mean, mostly I played it with a friend back in the day, because he had the game. I didn't. So we just played the Versus mode all the time. And he just absolutely destroyed me every time. But that was fine. Oh, now with these funny cubes. Whoop. But once I got my hand on the game myself, I just played... what's it called? City Escape and Radical Highway. I just played those levels over and over again. I love them so much. Trying to get better and better times. A collection for PS8, a lot of Sonic games on it. I love these collection style games. They're always great to have. Because you just get a lot of stuff to play around with, which is always nice. I want that Djinn. How do I get the Djinn? It's kind of a bit of a shame they don't do these collection style games anymore. And if they do, it's something like the Mario 3D collection that's like time limited. Just like, great. I mean, I have it, so I'm happy about it, but still. What is this action? Did I just screw my... Wait, I think I just screwed myself. Did I? Ah! I didn't get it and I regret it. Oh no. Yeah. But to be fair, I think... Like, on a very rare occurrence, some stores still have it. Like, especially in... I've seen in a bunch of, like, tech stores in very small towns and cities. I'm like used games, so yeah, actually, like used games as well. If Mario Sunshine did not have such a sentimental value for me, I probably would have sold mine at some point as well. But this is probably the one game I can't bring myself to do. But at some point, I really need to start selling self-made Switch games. I have so many that I haven't touched since like 2017, and I know I will like play them again. So I might as well sell them for cheap. No, eBay, trade them in. Even if I get just €5 for a game, I'm happy with that, honestly. Because I had like an old TV on my desk until a few months ago when we put it away, and there's so many Switch games that are just behind that on a stack. And like half of them I already forgot I owned, so yeah. Not great. Yeah, exactly. It's like, you always play with that thought in your head. It's like, oh, maybe one day I want to play it. But does that actually happen? Because I remember that being the same case with all my GameCube games, and all my DS games, and all my Wii games. I'm always like, but what if I play them again? And now 7, 8 years have passed and I haven't. And now I can play DS games. You know, not on a DS. And I can play GameCube games without a GameCube. So. Yeah, legitimately. Exactly. Honestly, I mean, I still have my Wii lying around somewhere. But I don't think I have my GameCube anymore. Which is no, I think... No, my GameCube is somewhere still. But I doubt it would work. Which is a bit of a shame. I don't think I can get you yet. Look away for the... It's always the 3-second one looks away. Something I've realized in other people's streams. It's like, you look away for 3 seconds. God damn it. Climbed all the way to the mountain town of... Okay, this is probably not... The English language now strikes again. I will pronounce this town as Passaj because it's easier and that's how I pronounced it all my life. So I'm gonna stick to it even if it's wrong. I don't care. Can't wait to see it again. Now follow me to the very spot that Kraden believed was the only way across the peaks. Oh, okay, you just walk me there for free, that's fine. We're almost to the passage that Kraden believed could lead across the mountains. It's above the town, let me take you there directly. We can come back to explore Passaj later. Yeah. It's a J at the end, and the English language isn't necessarily very clear about what a J at the end is supposed to mean. So this is the way across the mountains. We're so high up the clouds, there's nowhere else to go. How you pronounce it? Perfect. This is the problem with games not having voice acting. You have no idea how things are supposed to be said. So that's great. Nonetheless, this is the spot that Kraden believed is the key to crossing over. That's impossible. We're at the very top of this mountain. How can we go everywhere from here except down? If only we had the Soul Wing with us. Yeah, if only we had the thing that we destroyed and need to rebuild. But here's the crux of the matter. See that mountain across the sky? That's Craggy Peak. Kraden says that the ancient ancestors of us Adepts lived there. They were known as the Jedi? Jedi. Our ancestors lived there and many other places across Wayard. The Jedi that lived on the peak were known as the Neox. Oh my god, that's so many words. And they lived over this part of the world. Did Kraden think that the Neox have the power to travel between here and there? Exactly, he thinks they could create some sort of sky passage between the peaks. The Neox Jedi worked with the ancient people of Passaj to create the machine that could manipulate the clouds. Kraden said such machines were based on alchemy principles. The one Passaj is called the Alchemy Forge. Well, show us the way to the machine then. It's not so simple. Kraden couldn't figure out how to get the Passaj's Alchemy Forge running. Kraden is a genius. How could he not? How can we succeed if he couldn't? We have to figure a way out. There's no other way to reach Belinsk and catch up with Kraden. Yeah. We got this. Was eager to send us south and find you, Reef, not Kraden. From what I can gather, it seemed that Kraden suspected his true identity. Got the feeling they knew each other pretty well. You didn't think so? Perhaps that explains why Kraden was willing to part ways. Well, I can't imagine that they'd be friends, but old allies, perhaps? I trust Kraden, but I can't see trusting anything about the Masked Man. Yeah, masked people, at least masked in that sense, don't necessarily make for the most trustworthy people. Did you play this game in English originally? No, this is my first time playing it in English, so... this is an adventure. Yeah. Ancient knowledge, we got this. Most of the names are the same, but some are different, which is interesting. Love how I preempted that message. Yeah, only way to get to the peak, yada yada yada. One more thing. He said if we didn't have wide enough variety of synergy to start the Alchemy Forge. Let's stop talking and find it out. Yeah. Off we go. Now, to be fair, when it comes to names, I wonder how they, like, originally translate from the Japanese version. Let's head back to town. Yeah. But yeah, I think... oh god. I think Karis is called Chiara in German, in the German version. The villains have different names. Or at least the one we saw so far. And otherwise, I think the names are kind of the same up until now. Town names seem to be the same. But yeah, This is also the one nice thing about playing this in a different language. I'm kind of curious to see how it will differ at certain points in the game. I think I also played 1 and 2. Yeah, 1 and 2 I also played in German back then. Red. I mean, I don't think they changed anything about the story itself. I'd hope. That'd be stupid. But apparently it's not something Nintendo hasn't done. So... there's that. I'm not gonna check all the pods, come on. This is getting ridiculous now. This is... that's just a bit too many. Oh, I'm starting to remember something. I think there's like one NPC here that kind of has like... not a side quest, but something that like just barely resembles one. Which you're gonna need to do at some point. But I think we have to do that like way later. Memories. My memories aren't the best about this game, but I know a few key points. Some quality Zol. Cool. Oh yeah, right, that's a forging material. You get the ability to forge later in the game. And the forging mechanic is horrible. It's terrible. It's actually the worst forging mechanic I've ever seen in a game. Though Ree would like it. Ree would very much like it. Because it is just random. It is just gambling. The music's nice. The music's really nice. I like the music in this game. Interestingly enough, I think there are very few tracks in this game that aren't like just remakes of the tracks in the first two games. Which is a bit of a shame. But the first two games have also great music, so... it's chaotic. Yeah, it's gambling. Yeah, it's random. And it involves a lot of safe scumming to get what you want to get. Yeah, I renamed the character, so here we are. The Adventure of Bubsy. Again. Now tell us everything, don't keep us waiting. Is this the alchemy forge? This doesn't look like any kind of forge I've ever seen. Forge is normally used to make weapons, and this one creates cloud passage to Craggy Peak, huh? But the alchemy forge isn't doing much of anything at the moment. Perhaps it's broken. Hey Tyrell, throw a fireball at the spot marked with the flame. The one time he gets to throw fire at shit he doesn't want to. So that's the secret. It's not broken, just disconnected. So you think we can get it running again? I don't know, it's awfully big. Now we got this. What do you think, Bubsy? Can we get the alchemy forge started? Of course we can. This place looks like it has a lot of parts we can manipulate. Alright then, so where do we start, Hotshot? I can see the puzzle. Game, let me just do it. Those blocks are secret to reconnecting the forge. She gets it, just... The lines of the power are broken. First, let's reconnect them throughout the chamber. Then we should fire up the forge again and see if the forge powers up. Really? This is very much like Nintendo DS era's tutorial syndrome. I feel like Nintendo has gotten better at it again, where they stop telling you literally everything. Like, this is obvious, right? Kind of. But yeah. So it's always a bit annoying when they like need to spell out the solution before you even get a chance of trying it. Like, let me try around for 5 minutes. If I don't get it, then tell me what to do. I think that's always the way to go. Hey, we've made it. Who has tampered with the alchemy forge? Who are you, intruders? Tell me at once. Are you with those terrible soldiers? How about trying to strong-arm me or my people? I may look old, but I'm a descendant of the ancients, but I will never cave to you outsiders. Oh, go on. Excuse me, sir, but we're not who you think we are. Though you and I have met before. We're looking at Grams. The other Passaj, they call me that or by my name. Bogo? Bogo. Anything else is disrespectful. One of you must be able to wield synergy. All of us can. Ah, you know, the adepts are descendants of the Jedi, who reigned over the ancient world. I've heard the legends of the Jedi, and even the Neox of nearby Craggy Peak. Goddamn it, Ray. I'm a student of alchemy. I've once visited here with the scholar Kraden. Kraden, did you say? Is Kraden with you now? No, I'm sorry to say, he is not here. What a shame. He was an interesting old fellow, and we parted ways too soon. Kraden figure out how to restart the forge, but we adepts have. So you have. The fires are blazing. So the alchemy forge has been relit. This writing says that we need a critical part to control it. We have to forgive our ignorance. It simply looks like curious design to us. My, for adepts it seems that you know less than I'd expect. To be fair, they are children. Soul Mask. That's what it says. Soul Mask? It says that the machine can only be used once the soul mask is inserted here. Ah, and that this mask is in the ancient Ouroboros labyrinth. That will be a problem, given the Ouroboros is below... Oh dear god. Kocho? But are we sure we need the mask? The force looks ready to go. Disappointed. Yes, this is frustrating, but the ancients probably wanted to ensure that only the right people can use it. Certain that's why we need the mask. I only wish it were here. Bogo, what exactly is the soul mask? You seem to have heard of the Neox on the distant peak who've watched over this part of Angara. The Neox were Janai, who helped build Harappa. These city names are atrocious. Yes, and Passaj. So few alive today know the secrets of those ancient times. I am one of them, and I rarely share secrets with outsiders, but since you know Kraden, I'll tell you more. City names remind me of Pokemon. But I think you can go into the Pokemon wiki and have like a pronunciation section there, right? I don't get that. I know of an old prophecy about what would happen if alchemy was restored to the world. The Neox predicted that the Adepts would come to restore our fallen civilization to its former glory. I have long hoped for such a thing would come to pass. For life here gets harder by the year. Just like in the real world. Because everything costs more each year. Those of us in the southern part of Angara owe what little we have to the ancient Neox. We live our hardscrabble lives amid the broken pieces of the long-dead civilization. Yeah, just like real life, except for that we can't throw fireballs around, which I think, personally, big shame. Those people who lived on Craggy Peak really made that stuff, huh? It's hard to imagine that the Neox could have done so much, yet so little known. The Janai all over ancient Wayard took their secrets with them. Those Neox sound fascinating. Not yet. I know nothing of Janai elsewhere, only of the Neox who guided the fate of our region from that peak. When the ancient Janai faded into history, so too did the Neox. I'm sure Kraden has told you that the ancients cut off the world's connection to the alchemy. Of course, all that power for synergy was too tempting for the ancient people of Wayard. Wanna help me make a new law? Oh god. So they placed devices across the world to stop it. As we now know, stopping the flow of synergy had terrible consequences. Synergy is what sustains the world. Without it, everything began to decay. Our parents were the ones who saved the world. The warriors fail. Those are your parents? Kraden told me about the quest to save the world with the Golden Sun. Roll credits. Kraden does like to talk about it, doesn't he? He's quite proud of the role he's played. Not hearing a no. Because there wasn't one. A noble soul, that Kraden. You're the children of the warriors of Vale. Remarkable. Hey, I feel like we're getting a bit sidetracked here. Create the alchemy forge, just craftman, blah blah. Needed to keep running the forge. So when the Neox vanished, Passaj couldn't use the forge anymore. The clever young man you are. Without synergy, our forge stopped and Passaj began its long, slow decline throughout the ages. When the Golden Sun appeared 30 years ago, we thought our forge might restart, but it didn't. Guess we simply needed the right adepts to come along. But it is not yet at full strength, it seems. To get the alchemy forge back in working condition, You don't need to find any more fire, that's for certain. We need the soul mask, don't we? But why would the Neox require the mask to operate the machine? If I had to guess, it was to ensure that only their allies could get to New York City on Craggy Peak. Speaking of allies and enemies, Soul Mask is perilously close to our enemy, King Wu of Gaucho. The Ouroboros is on a distant palace. Bring water Passaj. Gaucho sent waves of soldiers to conquer Passaj. We fended off their attacks. Do you think the Gaucho soldiers are trying to get their hands on the alchemy forge? Probably. You think so? It's possible, I suppose. What do you mean? Well, we adepts could start it up, and even now, we still need a soul mask to actually use it. You know, that mask seems just as important to the people of Passaj as it does to us. So it's twice as important to find that soul mask. I love how this entire conversation goes around in circles like 3 times. Like, we know we need the soul mask. Then we have an entire discussion about something. Then it's back to, oh, we need the soul mask. And now we're back again to, we need the soul mask. Which perfectly encapsulates discussions you can have with old people. Just going around in circles. It's not even... Yeah. Happens. It's a fiendish labyrinth. It's twisting, turning coils have ensnared all who dare to enter it. Perhaps that's some crazy story. Nevertheless, it's all true. The Ouroboros is a maze filled with riches. Many treasure hunters have ventured inside, and none have come out. But none have ever returned. Not in all these years. Have any adepts ever tried? Alba? I don't believe so. Perhaps you could succeed. We of Passaj could never thank you enough if you were able to restore our alchemy forge fully. And win the king of... Okay. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Like, actually not. So I won't. King Pythos. Pythos? Pythos. The people are descended from the Exarty. They have their own ancient machine. This is called the Alchemy Well. Ah, counterpart. I can't wait to be old and have no idea what's going on. To be fair, I think old people just want to talk. And it's like, you know, even if the conversation derails a lot, at least they have someone to talk to. So I can kind of understand that. Right, if you're old and don't have many people around you, telling your stories, yeah, makes sense. So how do you... I'm having a problem with the second syllable, Lise. What sound is the Y supposed to make? That's the one I'm tripping across. The machine started working suddenly 20 years ago. I've been somewhat jealous. Back in my day. So my heart's decided to see our alchemy forge working again. Like in you? So... Are you Thay? Are you... Oh. Are you Thay? Are you Thay? Ayute. Let's stuck with Ayute. Yeah. Let's stuck with that. Words are hard. Yeah, they are. I assume that it could be you. God knows English is broken. It really is. Before you leave Passaj, you must learn more at our meeting hall. We have ancient secrets to share. I don't wanna listen to more stories. Please come outside, then climb the stairs on the side to reach it. I'll wait for you at our hall. The thing is, I can't even, like, fall back on how I would have pronounced them in German, because I can't read now, and I couldn't read back then. So, yeah, it would have been worse. We gotta listen to more stories now. I don't wanna. Hey, we found a book. Please, everyone, I must have your attention. Oh god, here we go again. We have special visitors to our meeting, the children of the Warriors of Vale. They've just arrived in Passaj. They've used their great synergy powers to restart our alchemy forge. A forge fixed? Synergy powers? Can't believe it, visitors from Vale. Settle down, our forge has been restarted, but it's not functional. We need a crucial item. We have to get our forge working again. What we need is the soul mask from the Ouroboros labyrinth. Not the Ouroboros. Maybe not. I think I know a way to get the soul mask. Calm down, everyone. The children of the Warriors of Vale will fetch it for us, so please answer their questions. I don't have any. I know where to go. These elders possess great wisdom. You may find something vital for your journey in their thoughts. Can I just leave? But yeah, going back to that point of not being able to just throw fireballs around. I honestly, like, this is obviously one thought that always comes to mind when watching avatars. Like, what element you'd like to use? Honestly, I want fire. My name is Buggy, so you're helping my grandfather Bogo. Then you must be headed to Kocho to find... We need to make the alchemy forge functional. Why would you do this for us? Do you perhaps hope to get across the mountains? That's the goal! The ancients crossed the mountains by special passage, or so it is said. The alchemy forge was working. I'm sure you could go the same way. I'd pick air so I can fly. That's also a fair point. I can see that. Yeah, air's kind of cool as well. It gives you a lot of movement options in real life. I just like the idea of fire because it can get me through the winter. So that's really nice. So if you must enter the Ouroboros, I know someone who might know how to survive that labyrinth. His name is Amiti. He leads a pretty privileged life in Ayutthaya. I guess you could say he's their golden child. So it's difficult for most outsiders to get anywhere near him. But I'm his friend, so I know a way. Well, I should give you something first. Follow me. To find a way to make fireballs in real life. No, some mad scientist. Flying is also cool about fireballs. I mean, technically, with fire, you can also kind of pseudo fly, right? You could like propel yourself up with enough force. So that kind of works. Though honestly, I don't think giving you fire is a great idea because Australia does not seem to be the safest place to wield it. In general. Now, before I give this to you, I've got to tell you the latest news from Ayutthaya. King of Culture wants to take over the city. In fact, he's got the main castle surrounded by troops. Don't worry, King Wu's soldiers can't possibly succeed. The people of the city have hidden deep under the castle grounds where Culture can't find them. There is a gate into the hidden city, but I hear Culture's generals cannot open it. No one can. So if you want to get inside Ayutthaya, you'll need this. Give the tree flute. This flute is a secret to getting into the castle, but it still won't be easy. You need to get past the generals to reach the inner courtyard. There you'll find a strange ancient tree. Walk up to it, then play this flute. This tree will be your only way into the city. Once you get inside, find a meaty. A better result transport might be working. Now you've powered up the forge. That's the fastest way down the bottom of the mountain. Nice. We actually get a shortcut. Let's go. I'm drowning. We're currently drowning, so fireballs. Wouldn't the control over water be more useful, though? If there's too much water, so you can control it and make sure it doesn't flood your house. So technically, water would be a lot more useful for you in Australia, because it can also help you put the fires out. So I'd say that's probably the better way of going about things. Also, I don't trust you in fireballs. So there is that. Don't give oh god, don't give blood bending. Oh yeah. Oh god, no. Is there a safe element to give re? I don't know, honestly. I don't think there is. Yeah, there just isn't. Like air? No, air is no. I find a way to make it fun. Oh, I know you would. The only positive thing about fire is that Ree couldn't use lightning because it requires inner balance, so at least we'd be safe from that. But yeah. Alright, so the game tells us to go to... It's some... Any other for me? Yeah, you're too chaotic, Ree. Alright, so game tells us to go to the occupied city, but we're gonna do the smart thing, and I'm gonna cut out a lot of backtracking here. Now we go to culture first. and plunder everything we can find. Get a dress. That is worse than what we have. Amazing. What? Yeah. Let me through. I think there are 2 Djinn in this town, if I remember correctly. Let's see if we can get them on the map. Yep, there is one. Oh wait, I think no, it's not open yet. This Djinn is so dumb to get. It's actually insane how stupid this is. And there's the other one. And even though this area isn't, like, progress locked, so you will always be able to return to this place, at some point that Djinn becomes unavailable to you. For a very dumb reason. Like, a very dumb one. Hey, smoke bombs. Got anything nice? No. Got anything nice? Ah! That's a lot of points you're willing to put on the line there, Ray. Are you sure about that? I mean, the insurance is now, like, active, so until the next time you gamble, you keep it. It makes me nervous, though. Good. It should make you nervous. Okay, there's like nothing good in any of these things here. Fantastic. Any weapons for free? Any weapons for free? Let's see. Right, now we've sold this, like, axe we found in the overworld at one point. Now it's available in the artifact section of the shop, which is kind of cool. Meaning you can just sell items of special weapons and equipment whenever you want, and you still have access to it. Oh my days, I'm terrible at navigating the shop. Gimme. Let's leave it like that for now. Canary has nerves of steel. Agreed. She very much does. Okay, let's cheese this. Because I think you're not supposed to do this like that. But honestly, I don't care. Come here, little friend. Venus Djinn Steel. Nah. Let's turn you off because you're just messing up my entire setup. What island theme should I try next? That's a good question. If you weren't supposed to do it, it wouldn't be in the game. I like that way of thinking. Ah, no, wait. Oh. Oh no, you're supposed to do... Oh wait, I mean you're not supposed to do it like I did. You're supposed to do it in a lot easier way than I just did it. Which makes sense. Are you dead? Yup. Our apologies. Oh. Hello, son. We didn't know you were a dad. We were expecting today. Head inside, please. King Wu is waiting.